quick little story I would like to share with you. I have 6 kids, and when they were younger, my oldest, Joella, was in the car with me, and we were on what seemed to be like a peaceful trip. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, she yells, "Stop, Mom! Don't turn! You're gonna crash into that tree!" And I was kind of like, "Joe, what's wrong? Are you okay? Like, explain." And she thought that the turning sign meant that I needed to turn right away, but she didn't understand why the sign would say turn, and when there was a tree right there. So in her thought, in her immaturity, she thought that the sign was telling her to crash. So when we're heading down our roads in life, and we see all these signs before us, how are we interpreting them? Are we understanding what they mean? Are we understanding what they are prepping us for? Or are we misinterpreting them like Joella did? My maturity as an adult, I could understand that that sign meant, wait, you're gonna turn ahead, be prepared. Whereas for her, she just had a little freak out moment. She didn't quite understand why the sign was telling her to crash. It's a really beautiful representation and food for thought. Like, how are we interpreting our signs? Are they prepping us? Are we freaking out and misinterpreting them? So much from raising my 6 children. And there was another moment when my youngest son, Zeb, came rushing inside. He had a superhero cape on, and his spirit was just so despaired. And he was crying and he's weeping, and I was working in the kitchen, and he came over and he just started like sobbing and facing the cabinet there and putting his head on it. He's like, "Mom," he's like, "I tried so hard and I can't fly. My cape doesn't work." And my heart just broke for him, because to a little 2-year-old, you can't tell them that they can't fly. You don't want to crush their dreams, right? You want to tell them that they can fly. You want to tell them that they have that ability. And I did all that I could as a mother to muster up the right words to say, "You know, honey," I was like, "some things take time." I was like, "Maybe today's not the day. Maybe we have to wait till tomorrow or next week." I was like, "It's okay, buddy." I was like, "We have these disappointments, but we can keep trying, and we can have hope for tomorrow and what it will bring. So maybe today wasn't a flying day, but maybe tomorrow, even if you can't fly, there'll be something else that you can do, and we can discover that." I just love taking these little lessons that I've learned throughout my life in raising children. And so much of the time when we're speaking into our kids, we can realize, oh wow, that can apply to me too. Like, I didn't fly in this moment. I didn't get off the ground very well, but you know what? I'm not gonna just sit here in utter despair, banging my head on the cabinet. I'm going to be hopeful that tomorrow's gonna bring new opportunities, and that I'm gonna soar in something else. Another mommy moment that I would like to share with you, and it's not one that I am proud of. My oldest daughter, Joella, was about 14 months old, and we were decorating the Christmas tree. She was in this beautiful purple and gold dress, and we were hanging out the ornaments. And our couch at the time butted right against it, and so she was on the arm of the couch, just reaching over and reaching over. And I remember giving her a warning, like, "Be careful, Joella, be careful, you're gonna fall into the tree." And sure enough, like a couple seconds, a minute later, whoop, and she just slipped, and she fell behind the tree. And at the time, I laughed hysterically. Like, I could not stop laughing. So her dad comes rushing in, and he scoops our dear daughter out of the tree, and he starts shielding her poor little face, her poor little eyes, because she just wanted her mommy. But mommy was not quite in a condition to console the child yet. And I was just laughing because it was such a funny thing. There was my daughter, and then there she wasn't. And I just had a moment. Forgive me, please. But, you know, Daddy's holding her little head, and she's like, "I just want mommy, I just want mommy." So I had to gain my composure, and I had to be there for my daughter. But to learn from this, I just wonder, you know, when the world is laughing at us because we fell down, you know, are we protecting ourselves? Is there someone there for us that can just help us maybe not look so much at the way the world or people around us are responding? You know, the laughter will subside. We'll all learn from the moment, and we'll be able to move on to bigger and beautiful things. In the end, we all laugh about it. for years to come. But in the moment, it really hurt for Joella. And I'm just curious, who in our life is there to help shield our face? Or do we have enough strength to shield our face from some of those things that make us feel so crummy when people are laughing at us? Or when people are disapproving of us?